On March 26, 1991, President George Bush, in the presence of several Orthodox rabbis, signed Public Law 102-14, which was designated as Education Day, USA. According to this law, the President proclaimed that the people of the United States were to observe this day, quote, in tribute to the universally respected and revered Rabbi Menachem Schneerson. Public Law 102-14 closes with the following edict. 1991, the start of the 90th year of Rabbi Menachem Schneerson, leader of the worldwide Lubavitch movement, is designated as Education Day, USA. The President is requested to issue a proclamation calling upon the people of the United States to observe such day with appropriate ceremonies and activities. Just who was Rabbi Schneerson? And since Rabbi Schneerson is a Russian-born citizen, why should Americans be legally obligated to observe this day in tribute to him? As Public Law 102-14 correctly states, Rabbi Schneerson was the leader of the Chabad Lubavitch movement. Many prominent Americans revere Rabbi Schneerson. Jared Kushner, President Donald Trump's son-in-law, is a strong supporter of Chabad. And here we see a young Bill Gates, wearing a yarmulke, meeting with Rabbi Schneerson. A billboard in New York City once proclaimed Rabbi Schneerson to be the Messiah. Moshiach means Messiah. Of greatest concern, Public Law 102-14 legalized the Noahide Laws. As we can read near the bottom of this joint resolution, Public Law 102-14 will, quote, return the world to the moral and ethical values in the 7 Noahide Laws. Who authorized these 7 laws of Noah? Can they be found in God's Word? The 7 Noahide laws are written in the Jewish Talmud. What exactly are these Noahide laws? According to the 1906 Jewish Encyclopedia, the Noahide laws are from the Jewish Talmud. They declared that the following 6 commandments were enjoined upon Adam: 1. Not to worship idols; 2. Not to blaspheme the name of God; 3. To establish courts of justice; 4. Not to kill; 5. Not to commit adultery; and 6. Not to rob. A 7th commandment was added after the flood: not to eat flesh that had been cut from a living animal. To whom do these Noahide laws apply? The Noahide laws are universal and binding upon Gentiles only. According to the 1906 Jewish Encyclopedia, the Talmud frequently speaks of the 7 laws of the sons of Noah, which were regarded as obligatory upon all mankind, in contradistinction to those that were binding upon Israelites only. What is the punishment for the transgression of any Noahide law? The penalty for the transgression of any Noahide law is decapitation. According to the 1906 Jewish Encyclopedia, with but few exceptions, the punishment meted out to a nochid for the transgression of any of the 7 laws is decapitation. The first Noahide law prohibits idolatry. According to the Talmud, all Christians are idolaters because Jesus Christ is not believed to be the Son of God, but considered to be only a fool who practiced magic. Therefore, what few Christians know and what isn't explicitly stated within the U.S. legislation, is that the first and second Noahide laws, which prohibit idolatry and blasphemy, would be transgressed by all Christians because the worship of Jesus Christ is considered idolatry. When will the Noahide laws be enforced? The Noahide laws will be enforced after the rapture of the church. At the moment the church is raptured to heaven, there will be no Christians on earth. At that time, the Noahide laws will be enforced, and all those who then come to believe in Jesus Christ will be beheaded. Of interest, the symbol for the Noahide laws is the rainbow. Once the church is raptured and the seal judgments begin in Revelation 6 verse 1, the rider on the white horse is seen carrying a rainbow. This bow isn't a weapon that carries arrows, but is correctly translated to be a rainbow fabric. Also, Revelation 6 verse 2 contains a misleading translation. The rider on the white horse is not sent conquering on a military mission, but is sent to overcome spiritually. To overcome any and all opposition to the Noahide laws. In Revelation 6 verse 4, the rider on the red horse took peace from the earth as they killed one another. This isn't World War III, but chaotic killings as the Noahide laws are enforced. In Revelation 6 verse 11, and after the fifth seal opened, God told Christians to rest for a little season until their brethren should be killed as they were. How were they killed? As Revelation 20 verse 4 states, they were all beheaded for the witness of Jesus. Most Christians may assume that under these Noahide laws, Christians will be beheaded by guillotines. However, in Revelation 20 verse 4, the Greek word for beheaded is pelikitzo. Pelikitzo means to cut with an axe. Of interest, the symbol for women's Freemasonry, the Order of the Eastern Star, is also a rainbow. As is the symbol for Freemasonry's Rainbow Girls. Freemasonry and its 32 degrees are based on the Jewish Kabbalah and its Tree of Life. Masonic authorities believe that Noah was the father and founder of the Masonic system of theology. One prominent Freemason, Dr. James Anderson, was commissioned by the Grand Lodge of London to compile Masonic regulations in his Book of Constitutions. It's written within that book, quote, "A Mason is obliged by his tenure to observe the moral law as a true Noahide." One recent issue of the Masonic publication, the Square magazine, depicting both Noah and a rainbow, was titled, Noahide Legend and the Craft. And within Scottish Rite Freemasonry are two prophetic degrees, the Noahide degree, which is the 21st, followed by the 22nd, which is the Knight of the Royal Axe. Fulfilling Bible prophecy, once the Noahide laws are enforced, all Christians will be judged to be idolaters, and will then be beheaded with axes. In the year 2023, and at the end of this worldwide scamdemic, what do we see? Most incredibly, we now see that the entire world is throwing axes. The World Axe Throwing League is a global axe throwing organization. It was founded in 2017 and already has more than 500 venues, most of which are in the United States. Some of the other countries and continents represented in this league include Canada, Mexico, Brazil, Europe, Russia, China, India, Indonesia, Australia, New Zealand, South Africa, and Israel. Though this league was recently founded, already its locations are throughout the entire world. The International Axe Throwing Federation is another global axe throwing organization. It was founded in 2016, and according to its website, includes 150 axe throwing locations spanning over 4 different continents. To put this into some perspective, though most of the world has never embraced either football or baseball, incredibly, today the entire world has accepted the sport of axe throwing. Not unlike Major League Baseball, axe throwing is highly organized with tournaments, world rankings, and world championships. Worldwide axe throwing is also governed by meticulous rules concerning the axes, the throws, the targets, and the throwing lanes. If you have trouble getting to an axe throwing location, then don't worry, axe throwing can come to you in one of their mobile carts. Of course, axe throwing requires deadly accuracy. And all of the axe throwing targets have two blue bullseyes which are called kill shots. Incredibly, many of the worldwide axe throwing locations serve alcohol, with threatening names and symbols. Axe Slayers even has a red skull and bones logo. And once the rider on the red horse takes peace from the earth, people will be slaying one another with axes. And as some of you know, Skull and Bones is also the Brotherhood of Death. Perhaps this axe-throwing establishment says it best, as anarchy and death will certainly come to Christians once the church is raptured and the Noahide laws are enforced. If you would like to learn more, go to ZionismExposed.com.